Alright, guys, thanks for joining us on Let's Get Retorted. Better not say anything dumb, or I'm gonna let you have it. Alright, thanks. See you. Alright, it's now time for everyone's favorite show. It's Let's Get Retorted on the Working Perspectives podcast. On this show, we'll be reading different comments that are left on our social media and YouTube channels, and we'll be responding to those comments in kind. In kind, Bern.
Not always kind, but in kind.
Yep. By Bern, I mean Bern Podcasy, and I'm Matt Lavelle. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get retorted. All right, Benoit Podcasy. I hope that all caught because I'm not cutting it. Here we go. First comment comes from our clip that we aired. I'm dating us. I aired today. It's AI's Darkest Fears Revealed, where I talk about how AI, their biggest fear is, I guess it would be human complacency, but it's when humans become too dependent on AI and start using AI to create their laws and they lose their original thought and ways to govern themselves. That's AI's biggest fear, of being misused in that way. Pretty scary. The comment was left by Omni112, aka William Hanley. Love this dude. Great retort, returning retort. He put, "It's a matter of time before we are replaced like batteries." And I could not agree more. That is so true. So true. Next comment comes from our girl Alloy1100, aka Miss Metal, aka Sue Matthews, aka everyone's favorite Ozzy. She left a comment on last week's guess the weekend news, where it's episode 349. She put men's health, and then she also put, "I don't think I'm doing it right. How do you copy and paste?" So here's how we're doing it, Miss Metal. In the description of the episode, there's 3 different options of messages you can send to BLUECHEW, right? So the first one, it's just, on the very first thing will say at BLUECHEW, which is their handle on all platforms. So if you're going to message them on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter or on, whatever, you pick one of the messages. If you're on your phone, you hold down on it until it highlights, and then you can drag it down to pick like what you want. If you're on a computer, you can use a mouse. If you're on a tablet, same thing, drag and pull, highlight, drag and pull, and then there should be an option to copy, right? Once you copy, you take it to any platform you want, and you send it on over to BLUECHEW and get them to sponsor us. Miss Metal, thank you for asking. Just the best. Just the best. And then next comment comes from our can't miss dad joke. It's from the one and only Vermont Mom. She left a comment. She's saying, Vermont Mom left a comment saying, "I love dad jokes, LMAO. Matt's face waiting for the laugh made me die laughing. Burns, sorry you are so traumatized by the chainsaws." Yeah, well, that's everybody, pal.
I'll never come back from that one. From my mom. It'll stick with me for a long time.
Yeah, you and me both, Daddy. Okay, next comment comes from Vermont Mom, again on last week's Let's Get Retorted episode 76. Okay, so here's a fun fact. Bern, you're gonna love this. Is that I have paid for the upgraded AI service just because, I want AI to know that we support. But either way, AI now helps me create images. So if you look at like the thumbnail we used for the most recent Ask AI episode about AI's biggest fears, or if you look at like a bunch of different thumbnails I'll use, I'll type something to AI, ask them to create an image, and then I'll usually put the wording on that image. You know what I mean? Like whatever it says, like I'll put the verbal on that, like any type of like, Let's Get Retorted or Ask AI, like all that stuff comes from me. But the base message is from AI. So for last week's Let's Get Retorted episode 76, I asked AI, "Can you please send me send me an image of 3 beautiful women with very beautiful." I put 3 beautiful curvy women with extra large breast at a party having fun.
Very
And
specific.
that's the image they sent me of three big boobed blonde babies. And yeah, that's the one I used. I'll tell you, I'm looking and I'm a liking. AI got it
Worth
right with the moon balloons, daddy.
every penny.
Yep. Vermont Mom's comment on this episode, she says, I got you guys. In the words of Steve, let's go. I will so go copy that message and put it out there. I need to go and find that episode and copy and paste the shit out of it. I hear you, Miss Metal. I do miss looking at Steve for sure, lol. And while J-Dub is not getting out of fighting me that easy, and well, Liam, I love you too. Burns was missed like crazy too. They will be back on. I love these episodes even without the originals. Still much love to everyone. Great episodes, guys. Love you, Vermont Mom. You are the best. I hope, Vermont Mom, I would love to see your thoughts on the gimmick show, which will be, I mean, I'm probably going to change the
Ooh.
airtime too. I'm probably going to, if I can swing it, I would like to air the new gimmick show at 10 a.m. on Fridays as well as Let's Get Retorted. So if I can make it work, that's what we'll do. But the new gimmick show should be out if I remember. I might forget, but I've been wanting to update the time which we launched the weekend news, aka what is now the gimmick show. So I would
Stay
love to get
tuned.
yeah, I'd love to get some feedback from you, Vermont Mom and Miss Metal and William Handy. You guys are just great. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep moving on down there. Also, I talked to Steve. I actually saw Steve on Monday, which, time of airing will be 4 days before this. I still talk to J Dub and, Liam. They're just, I love those guys to death. And dude, if they're listening, guys, if you ever want to come back on, we'd love to have you. I love you all. I just need to make sure shit works. But either way, let's keep it moving, keep it on moving down the road. I did, talking about, I know we're harping on this and we shouldn't, but talking about those guys, Liam, Steven, Justin, I did want to ask, like, I want to have a show where they actually listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like me and Bern, we listen to every episode. We try to build on it. We try to create more. But if you were to ask like Liam maybe is yes, but Steve and Justin, if you ask them if they weren't on the show, would they be a fan of the show? I don't think they would have said yes. So, I just want to make a show that they would say yes to, and I'd want to have them back on because I love them. But there you go. That's what we're doing. Let's keep it moving, keeping it moving down the road. Next comment comes from the D-Day. The D-Day
The D-Day.
246. Bern, you
All
know
right.
him, the D-Day 246. You know him, you love him, you cherish him. Okay, he left a comment on last week's Ask AI episode 393. Does AI have a love life? I'll tell you, that was a really good show, and we had a lot of fun doing that show. And honestly, it got really interesting. Almost like, honestly, I feel like it was interesting, but even the one we had this week where we asked AI what they're afraid of, I think that was even more interesting, which is crazy. But okay. The D-Day 246 gave us a little shade, and this is what he said. He said, your show isn't making money because you don't let your guests speak. You silence your co host and you restrict certain conversations. You're also too woke, go broke. Your podcasts are over edited. Stop editing everything. Just let people talk, record, and upload. No more of these segments. If people wanted heavily edited content, they'd turn onto the radio or TV. Podcasts are popular for their candor and unscripted nature. If your goal is to make money, get a second job and invest the extra income in VOO and VUG through a Roth IRA. Max out your 401k match. Most self-made millionaires do it through the Dave Ramsey method, not podcasting.
Uh, Fuck off.
I responded to the D-Day 246. I said, thank you for commenting. And do you have a podcast? He said, most millionaires don't get rich overnight. They work 9 to 5 slowly and steadily, putting money into stocks and real estate without pulling or piling up debt. A lot of them just stick with ETFs. If you invest 1,000 a month at 8%, you'd have over 1.5 million in 30 years. It's all about letting compounding do its thing and staying consistent. Most podcasters fail. And then I asked, "Hey D-Day, are you AI?"
No,
Cuz
AI
what?
would actually have some insight. Hey, D-Day, fuck off. Thank you. Thank you for that
So,
introductory lesson in economics. Fuck off the
yeah.
D-Day.
Get bricked,
Uh,
you noodle.
take
Um
your criticism of the podcast. Cram it. Do you have any idea how long Matt spent interviewing people about what they did on their day to day? Do you know how much he kicks the mic and lets other people talk? This guy wanted to show up and be smarter than everybody by saying nothing all that groundbreaking. I appreciate all the comments we get here because it gives us the opportunity to retort, but I really appreciate when someone says something that boring. D-Day, fuck off.
Also, I mean, like, it is to be said, Bern, you know. I asked him if he had a podcast because, like, well, if someone has this much insight on the podcast game, they must. But then
Nothing.
I checked his YouTube. The D-Day 246, their handle is Terrence, and they have 3 subscribers off of one video, and they joined November 2nd, 2011. So they've been here for almost 14 or 13 years, and they have 3 subscribers, one video. And again,
Ayo, his real name is Terrence. Fuck
yeah.
off, Terrence.
And Terrence's parents have a real nice marriage.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, yes, we would all like to take $1,000 a month and invest it in a Roth IRA for the next 30 years and watch the interest compound.
yeah.
That's not what we're trying to do. If we had that kind of money and that kind of time, can we travel back in time? Can I travel back in time 20 years and do that? I cannot, Terrence. I cannot, which means we got to use our brains. We got to use our grapes to get smart and give the people what they want. So most podcasters don't make it. We're not most podcasters. That's not the point. The goal is not to be most other people. The goal is to find something that we love and do the shit out of it until someone pays us to. And is it risky? Yeah, that's the point. It's called chasing something.
Yeah. Learn about it. Bern, I'll tell you that
Noodle.
speech just got me rock hard. I'm freaking blue chewed up right
You
now,
know how I
daddy.
get rock hard, Maddie.
Ugh. How's that, Bern? Please tell.
Blue Chew.
Blue
More
Chew
bone,
rocks you up.
more
Rocks you
better,
up real good, daddy. Rocks that up real good.
more Blue
Uh,
Chew.
our last comment comes off of this comment. It's from the one and only Vermont Mom. She says, "I think they are AI, and that is the only thing that saved them from me." LOL. Love you,
God
Vermont Mom.
damn, goddamn motherfucking right, Vermont Mom. Every single time. You know who's
Every
not
time.
AI? Vermont Mom. You know who's the
Amen to
goddamn
that.
salt of the earth? Vermont Mom. You know who gets it? Vermont Mom. Thank you for
Vermont Mom.
always having our back 100% of the time. Fucking Vermont Mom. God.
I love her. 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 I
A
love her. I
plus
cherish her.
retort. A
Yeah.
plus retort.
There's a reason she's the HRIC, baby. The HRIC.
Mm. Thanks, Vermont Mom. I got a little worked up there, and just knowing that, yeah, I should have waited for maybe for that comment. No, you know what? I shouldn't have waited. I'm glad with what I said. Eat it,
I
Terrence.
am too, Bern. Appreciate everything you said as well. Means a lot. So, all right. Well, that was the last retort of the night. Bern, anything before we get out of here?
Guys, listen. We got some segments. We got some questions. We got some gimmicks. We got some interviews. We got some chats. We talk to people. We talk to AI. We talk to computers. Terrence, we talk to your mom. All right. Whatever it takes to get ahead in this game, that's what we're willing to do. Have we found exactly what our formula is yet? No, that's why we're tweaking. That's why we're working. That's why we keep it pushing. Thanks for everybody who's hanging around with us. And thank you for all who retort.
Love it. Great job, Bern. Well, speaking of Blue Chew giving you longer lasting, stronger erections, this has been another episode of Let's Get Retorted, brought to you by the Working Perspectives Podcast. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks so much for listening. We'll catch you next time. Thanks. See ya! Shout out to all my retorts out there. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Make sure you copy and paste the message in the description. Send it over to BLUECHEW. Get them to sponsor us. We love you. Keep commenting. We'll keep yelling at you. You're the best. Thanks. See ya!